just wanted to show you everything as we arrive into Norfolk. There's the naval base over there. We're going to take a right and go into Hampton and visit Aunt Joy. Let her see the boat. Maybe go grab some food or something. And tomorrow morning we'll leave and set off sail for Key West. It's going to be pretty awesome. Well, we're leaving Norfolk and heading to Key West. It should be about a 4 to 5 day trip. So we've made it way past Virginia Beach and heading towards the Outer Banks, but we're pretty far off. I think last time we measured we were about 22 miles offshore, so not too crazy yet. I think once we pass the Outer Banks and start making the straight line to Key West, then we're going to get farther out. But Predict Wind did great. The seas are exactly like it said. 2 to 3 meter swells, 22 knots downwind, and gusts maybe up to 26. That's why we're reefed to the middle reef, which can take us up to about 30 knots of wind, and then we'll go into the last reef. But we're not going to be hitting that. So what do you think so far? Is it easy?
It's not easy. It's so much work.
Yeah.
just standing still is a lot of work.
Right. Or at least the autopilot's got it. These slams are crazy.
Oh yeah. Down below, sounds like it's falling apart.
Right.
Or you ran around it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's hopefully not do that.
Yeah.
I'm just happy Starlink got us through the day, no problems with these waves.
It's been great. I can't believe it works at all.
I know, right?
My stomach barely does. Man,
Yep.
I'm supposed to get a little higher seas tonight.
No, I think this is about it. Yeah. I hope. We'll pull another forecast later.
Yeah, that's a safety briefing for the day.
Yeah.
Don't go hard.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully your stomach can handle the tacos here shortly. And speaking of tacos, the chef's at work with Bob Marley. Yeah, buddy. All right. We're gonna eat soon. Bye. Got to go back and tell you about the insane craziness we had when we were rounding Cape Hatteras. I had just taken over watch from Nate, and I don't know, I think it was like 4:30, and it was just starting to gust, and I saw it touch 30 knots once wind, and I was like, oh, maybe I should reef, and it dipped way back down to 22 knots, and I was like, okay, no, it's fine. And mind you, just the jib was up, no main, nothing, and it was already partially reefed. And then, sure enough, it did it one more time, and I looked down and heard a snap, and all of a sudden, the forestay and furler was flying way out in front of the boat, not where it's supposed to be. And so thankfully, I was yelling for Nate while I was starting the engines, and he came running up, so we wrestled it down.
I hear some god-awful banging and flapping, violent flapping sound, and calling, screaming my name. And I'm trying to scream back. I'm coming, but he can't hear me over all the din up here. I'm trying to get dressed. Yeah, it's 4 in the morning.
Yeah. And of course it's like super windy, 3-meter swells.
Yeah.
So we get up here and we get buckled in. You'll see we buckled in like onto the jack lines so we can walk up to the bow safely. And then the scary part was, one, we had to keep going downwind because with the forestay detached, the only other thing holding the mast forward is the inner stay for this staysail. And that's fine. It's actually in a pretty good angle, but it's still scary. So I was like, he put it on autopilot to keep us downwind so we could both go up there. And then we had to not get our head or feet or hands smashed in by the heavy furler flying around. And we got it temporarily rigged. So basically, I think I had some Dyneema. Oh yeah, you brought up some Dyneema. And we just tied the furler real quick so it wasn't bashing around. And you see it in the picture, it's kind of tied just forward of where the pin should normally be, holding the forestay down. And then afterward, once it was calmer, we got the jib taken down so it wasn't flapping everywhere. And then we got the halyards rigged. And you'll see, like, those are next to the furler, those 2 lines. And that was the only thing holding the mast forward other than the interstay. It was exciting.
The rigging was loose back here.
Oh my god, it was flapping everywhere. We were around in Cape Hatteras and we were like, oh yeah, there's a marina right at the point there. Well, not in 3-meter swells through those little tiny channels in Outer Banks. That's why all the wrecks are there. So it took us 10 hours, I think?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, at least another 10 hours in 20 to 28 knot winds, and just watching the shrouds going everywhere.
Pucker factor 12.
Oh my god, yeah. And we made it into Morehead City, North Carolina, into a kind of janky pier that doesn't float, so it flooded.
One of the dumbest marinas I've ever seen.
Yeah, people were super nice, but the pier didn't move. The boat moved up and down, so
Yeah.
we got damage from the pier. It was horrible. I won't go back there.
No.
Not to that marina.
And holding that.
Yeah.
What's that pin called?
Forestay pin? I have no idea.
Oh.
Yeah, the furler pin. It's
Yeah.
a 3/4 inch by 2 inch
Yeah,
pin. It's
pin is a
fat.
funny word for it, but
Yeah.
it has a cotter
Clevis
pin.
pin.
Clevis,
Yeah.
that's it. The clevis pin should have a cotter pin holding it in.
It almost looked like it wasn't recording because it says 0 seconds, but it's got to be recorded. Anyway, so
We get to Charleston and like, oh, there's the French Quarter and here's
Yeah.
Yorktown, but there's nowhere to dinghy. Like,
Yeah.
that's all resort. And you got to pay a day pass because we're a bunch of transients.
right,
And then
our money's not good here.
that's downtown, and there's nowhere to dock downtown because Charleston.
Yeah.
So
Welcome to the South. Just don't bring a boat.
yeah, weird.
Yeah. Maybe that's how they keep the Floridians out.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nasty yacht people.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
See ya.